Hello viewers, welcome back again to my English channel, The Unforced English 721. Today's chapter is again one of the important grammar, that is clause, and we have done already noun clause. Now it's time to do adjective clause. So what is an adjective clause? What is an adjective clause? First, we have to know the definition. We know the definition of adjective. What is adjective? The word which modify the noun, okay, or qualify the noun. That word is called adjective. But what is adjective clause? Adjective clause is a relative clause, okay. It's a relative clause that modifies a noun or pronoun. Adjective clause is a relative clause that modifies a noun or pronoun. It is a clause which introduced by a relative pronoun, okay, which introduced by a relative pronoun. How? So we have to know the structure of adjective clause. So the structure of adjective clause is that an adjective clause will always be a dependent clause, okay. You have to remember, adjective, any clause is a dependent clause. So an adjective clause is also be a dependent clause, means which clause depend on the other part of the sentence, which must be independent. So adjective clause will be the dependent clause and begin with relative pronouns. Begin with relative pronouns. And what is relative pronouns? Who, what, who, that, which, whose. With these relative pronouns, adjective clause always begin, okay, and give information about noun. Adjective clause, like adjective, give information about noun. It is placed where? After the noun it is modifying. Adjective clause always sits beside the noun. Which noun? That noun it is modifying. Which noun? Which noun it is modifying? It stands after that noun, okay. First we have to take the examples, then we understand thoroughly. Just like my neighbor does not like children. My neighbors does not like children who sit for hours fidgeting with their smartphone, okay. So here the adjective clause is who sit for hours fidgeting with the smartphone. That one is the adjective clause, okay. Relative pronoun also there. That one is who, and then sits for hours fidgeting with the smartphone, okay. Okay, so here that is the who sits from there to smartphone is the adjective clause, okay. And then suppose second example we are taking. We did not find any cafe that sold vegetarian momos. We did not find any cafe which sold vegetarian momos. Here the adjective clause is that sold vegetarian momos, okay. It the adjective clause, it is modifying the noun, okay. Which noun? That is a cafe. Which cafe? That sold vegetarian momos, okay. Which cafe? Cafe is the noun. Which cafe? That sold vegetarian noun. So it modifies the noun cafe, okay. Next one is the difference, okay. we have to know the difference between adjective phrase and the adjective clause. Some students are confused about the clause and phrase, so we have to cover up a little bit. We only a little bit give some touch to understand difference between adjective phrase and adjective clause. So what is adjective phrase? Adjective phrase is a combination of two or more words that describes the noun or pronoun. Okay, adjective phrase is a combination of two or more words that describes the noun or pronoun. But on the other hand, adjective clause is totally special. It is a group of words consisting of a noun and a verb. It contains what? Noun and verb with a relative pronoun. Here relative pronoun will be there that modifies the subject or the object in a sentence. Okay, so there is a big difference between adjective phrase and adjective clause. Adjective phrase is nothing but a few words that describes the noun, but adjective clause is totally different. It is a group of words that obviously consist of noun and verb with a relative pronoun that modifies what? Subject or object of a sentence. Okay, it modifies the subject or the object of the sentence. That is the key difference between them. Now we can take an example to understand this difference. First of all, the difference is, we are taking example is the children of this generation are very lazy. Okay, the children of this generation are very lazy. Here the adjective phrase will be of this generation. Okay, the children of this generation. So the children is a noun and adjective phrase is that of this generation. Why it is phrase? Because it is not giving complete sense. So it is a phrase. And why it is adjective phrase? Because it describes the noun children a little bit. Okay, so of this generation is a adjective phrase. On the opposite side, the adjective clause example is, the children who belongs to this generation are very lazy. The children who belongs to this generation are very lazy. Here, see, here also the noun is there, the children, but here relative pronoun is there, that is who. And then who means the children belongs to this generation. Okay, here are some more words to describe the noun, modify the noun properly. So the children who belongs to this generation are very lazy. Okay, that is the main difference. Now we have to come to the difference of adjective clause and noun clause and adverb clause. I know students that I still not make the video of adverb clause. When I will make, you obviously will watch that one. But I think that is essential now to show you the difference, because we have already finished adjective clause and noun clause. So how can you understand? How can you select? How can you differentiate between adjective clause and noun clause? Adverb clause is easy to recognize, but the adjective clause and the noun clause are little bit similar. So we have to know the difference between them first. First, we have to describe all the definition with the examples to show what is the difference. Okay. So first of all, it's adjective clause. So adjective clause contain what? Adjective clause contain a group of words used to modify noun. Okay. Again, I am repeating. Adjective clause contain a group of words used to modify noun. We have discussed already that adjective clause contain a group of words which modify nouns. Okay, it functions as an adjective. Always remember, adjective clause always function as an adjective. Okay, it always function as an adjective. It placed after the noun. Obviously, adjective clause placed after the noun. Adjective clause placed after the noun. It modifying the noun. Okay, After the noun it modifying, it always sits beside or after the noun it modifying. Which noun it is modifying? The adjective clause always sits beside that noun. Okay, it starts with pronoun. Now come to the adverb clause. Come to the noun clause. So what is a noun clause? We have discussed in previous videos, but I am repeating again. A noun clause plays the role of a noun. Okay, a noun clause plays the role of a noun. First of all, you have to remember the noun clause plays the role of a noun. It also contains subject and verb. But it starts with a pronoun or subordinating conjunction. Noun clause starts with a pronoun or subordinating conjunctions. Okay, and in adverb clause, what is the difference of adverb clause? I still not make. An adverb clause provides, we know the adverb that modifies the verb, okay, qualifies the verb or describe the verb. But adverb clause is which provides a description, okay, description and functions. It gives description and functions. It functions as an adverb. Okay, adjective clause also functions as an adverb. It also contains subject and verb, but it answers the question of how, then when, where and why. It always answered the questions of how, when, where and why. Okay, you have to remember this four for recognizing the adverb clause. Now come to the example. If you take the example, it will be more easier to recognize. Okay, first one is Maria, whose father is a Spanish professor, is my Spanish tutor. Again I am repeating. Maria, whose father is a Spanish professor, is my Spanish tutor. Here, where is the adjective clause? Whose father is a Spanish professor. It is the adjective clause. Whose father is a Spanish professor. Okay. So, why? Because it modifies whom? It modifies Maria. Maria whose father. Okay, Maria whose father. So, it sits beside Maria. It is qualifying or modify the noun Maria. So, it is an adjective clause. So, it sits beside noun. So, whose father is a Spanish professor is the adjective clause. So, it modifies the word noun Maria. Okay. Come to the next example, that is noun clause. Noun clause, what is that? That is Shayon is the only one who knows my secret. Shayon is the only one who knows my secret. Okay. Here, who knows my secret is the noun clause. Who knows my secret is a noun clause. It plays, who knows my secret, it plays the role of noun. Okay, it also contains a subject and verb, na. This one is the noun clause. Come to the adverb clause. Adverb clause example, what is that? Call me when you get home. Okay, call me when you get home. Here see, the adverb clause is giving the information of when, how, where, when you get home. Okay, so it is a adverb clause. Now another difference also there. Adjective clause modify noun. Again remember, adjective clause always modify the noun, like adjective modify the noun, adjective clause also modify the noun. Okay, and the next one is noun clause. Noun clause, remember, noun clause do not modify noun. Noun clause do not modify noun. Okay, noun clause do not modify noun. And come to the adverb clause, because there is no toughness of noun. Adverb clause you can recognize easily. And another difference also there. What is the difference between adjective clause and noun clause? Adjective clause functions as an adjective, and noun clause function as the subject and the object of the sentence. Again I'm telling you, adjective clause functions as an adjective. Okay, it's too easy. It functions as an adjective. First you have to find out the adjective, and you recognize the clause easily when you get the adjective. Okay, but the noun clause, it functions as the subject or the object of the sentence. So that's all. When we will make the video of adverb clause, we will discuss more the the difference between these three clause, so that you can attend and get full marks whenever you get the clause exercise. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being with me. Bye and good night.